Charlotte PD got a problem, and the problem is there was a video shot by Mr. Scott's wife, and either they were too preoccupied to realize it or they just didn't remember it. But it's just been released, and it raises a hell of a lot of questions. Here's the video.
Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He has no weapon. He has no weapon. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He didn't do anything. He doesn't have a gun. He has a TBI. He's not going to do anything to you guys. He just took his medicine.
All right, now if there's anybody that should know whether her husband has a gun, it's got to be the wife, okay? It's got to be the wife. And I don't believe that bullshit about drop the gun, because there's three things that cops will always say. One of the three: he had a gun, he was reaching for my gun, or drop the gun. And the fourth one is stop resisting. You're going to hear one of those four things anytime you deal with police when the situation is escalated, especially by the police. All right, let's continue.
Kid, don't let them break the windows. Come on out the car. Kid, don't do it. Kid, get out the car. Kid, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Kid, don't you do it. Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him? He better not be dead. He better not be dead. I know that much. I know that much. He better not be dead. I'm not gonna come near you. I'm gonna record though. I'm not coming near you. I'm gonna record though. He better be alive, because I'm coming. You better be alive out of that.
All right, I stopped it there because I want you to pay close attention. Look from the curb to Mr. Scott's feet. There's no gun over there. Look at the feet of the black detective that's on the right. There's a detective or cop in red. Right next to him is the black detective. Then you have two other police officers both kneeling. There is nothing in that area. That area is completely clear. Okay.
Yes, we're over here at 94, 53 Lexington Court. These are police officers that shot my husband, and he better live. He better live, because he didn't do nothing to them. Ain't nobody touch nobody, so they all good. I know he better live. I know he better live. How about that? I'm not coming to you guys, but he better live. He better live. Y'all hear this and you see this, right? He better live. He better live. I swear he better live. Yep.
All right, you see right there, the black officer just contaminated the crime scene. Now, that could be gloves that he just discarded, and probably more than likely is. And I'm going to try to back this up a little bit so you can actually see him dropping these gloves. The gloves just left his hand, or whatever the object is, just left his hand. And now they are slowly making their way down to the ground. Okay, they just made it all the way to the ground. Now you're going to see the officer in red. He's going to reach over and pick them up. I'm going to bring that up to real time. But again, note, there is nothing directly by the feet of that black officer or by the feet of Mr. Scott. And I'm going to bring you to the next section of the video that's going to be hopefully enhanced.
He better live. He better live. He better live. Where is... He better live, and I can't even leave the damn... I ain't going nowhere. I'm in the same damn spot. Stuff. That's okay. Did y'all call the police? Did y'all call an ambulance?
2 minutes, 12 seconds of incredibly dramatic video of...
All right, I'm going to stop it there. I don't need their analysis. I got my own. Hang on. All right, I changed my mind. Here's the quick analysis from MSNBC.
So 5 points of reference that we want to walk our viewers through. And again, we want to be very clear of what we see, what we know, and what we don't know. This first section is really the first 30 seconds of the video. I want our viewers to keep in mind, this is the wife of Keith Lamont Scott. She's talking not only directly to the police, but at times directly to him. And take a listen for what she says about his medication. Let's go ahead and roll that first clip.
Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He has no weapon. He has no weapon. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He didn't do anything. He doesn't have a gun. He has a TBI. He's not going to do anything to you guys. He just took his medicine.
Okay, so she's talking there, TBI, is traumatic brain injury. We have heard from the family lawyer. He spoke during a press conference a few days ago. Here's what he said. He said, quote, there was a very bad accident incurred by Keith Lamont Scott. About a year ago, he suffered some pretty severe bodily injuries, and he suffered some head trauma. So that's what she's talking about there, him taking his medication for what doctors have said is traumatic brain injury. The second part of the video we want to show you is, again, his wife speaking directly to him, trying to get him to come out of that vehicle. Take a look.
Keith, don't let them break the windows. Come on out the car. Keith, don't do it.
Okay, right there you'll see, if we can put that back up again, that video, we have frozen it on the car, and you'll see an officer in a red shirt standing directly by that driver's side window. Gives us our first indication of how close this encounter had become with the police before the shots were fired. The third point of reference, you're going to hear the gunshots here. Again, you're not going to see them, but this is the moment that police opened fire.
All right, real quick. Where was the black officer? All right, because the chief of police lied. He straight out lied. He said there was only one officer that was not in uniform, but had the whatever police vest or whatever over him, and that there were 3 other officers, all of which were in uniform. Well, you can clearly see that this guy in red is not in uniform, okay? So that puts to rest one of the lies that the chief of police told. All right, let's continue. But as we continue, I just want you to try to figure out where the black police officer came from that actually shot Mr. Scott. In my opinion, he had to come from the front of that truck. That's my opinion, because I don't have the video. If they ever release the video, we'll be able to see it.
Keith, get out the car. Keith, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Keith, don't you do it. Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him? He better not be dead.
As we listen to this time and time again, we hear at least 4 separate audible gunshots, possibly 5. Keep in mind there are woods around. It can echo around a little bit, but at least 4 gunshots there. This next item, items that we see on the ground around Lamont Scott. We're going to go ahead and play this next section for you. We'll slow it down. We'll zoom in at a point. Take a look.
Yep, he better live.
Looking at there, we have circled this item on the ground. And you see there, the item flicks out. There it is there. So there's one item on the ground. Let's go ahead and re-rack that if we can, guys. There's one item on the ground, and then you're going to see a flick of a second item that ends up being tossed on the ground. We are, at this point, simply not going to speculate about what those items may be.
Whatever those items are, that officer just contaminated the crime scene.
One more point of reference for you, Chris, and then I know there's going to be a lot here to talk about. We're going to go ahead and take a look here. The 5th clip of an officer who leans over. And what you're going to see, and again, this is that officer on the right with the red shirt, that black tactical flak jacket. He leans over and he picks something up. And that is going to be key to this investigation. This is the reason that so many people are saying the police should release their version of this video. Those items on the ground simply going to be key to this investigation, Chris.
Okay, but the other part that I really wanted you to notice was look at the white tennis shoes that Mr. Scott's wearing, and look from there to the curb. There's no gun. There's no gun. Okay? There's no gun by the feet of the black officer who's wearing white tennis shoes. No gun. Now let's jump to the photo that was taken. Okay. This is a still photograph from a person, not with the police, that took a picture of the scene. This was a citizen. That is reported to be the gun. Okay? It's circled in red. But if you notice in the videos, and I pointed out to you that there was nothing, no gun in the area between Mr. Scott's feet and the curb, okay? So now look at the proximity of where this gun is. That gun wasn't in the previous videos. That gun was planted, okay? That gun was planted. So now, let's see what the Charlotte Police Department has to say and what action they plan to take as far as releasing their videos, because they got a hell of a lot of explaining to do as far as a gun and not finding a book.